We were always working professional people who had it all and lost it all.
I'm 70, almost 72, and I have 6 grandkids, 9 great-grandkids.
I've never been a big fan of shots.
They hurt.
They do hurt.
I have been a Peak Vista patient for, I think probably 12, 13 years now.
Well, I have a fairly lengthy medical history, I guess. I've had 2 strokes, first one in 2007, second one in 2011.
History of breast cancer, colon cancer, plus I have lupus as an ongoing thing. With all the steroids and stuff you use, it literally crumbles your teeth. It was like biting sand every day. It was crumbling, you had sand, you thought you had dirt in your mouth.
Because I was young, I didn't have insurance, I didn't know what I was doing.
So Makai was diagnosed with epilepsy when he was about 8 or 9. Ever since he was about a year and a half old, he had been having febrile seizures. And then he just got older and they never went away.
Oh, I was terrified. I had preeclampsia, I had high blood pressure.
Preeclampsia can cause organ failure in moms. It can cause seizures. It can cause bleeding disorders during the pregnancy, which this in turn can affect the baby as well. The placenta could abrupt, mean it detaches from the wall, therefore the baby no longer has a life support from mom, which could lead to fetal death.
John's sugars were ranging to the 400 to 500 range.
Knowing that you and I, any normal person without diabetes, we typically live at 100. We really feel bad if we're at 80. We really would feel bad if we were at 160. John was at 400 to 500 on a routine basis.
I have not been able to chew for 13 years. So when I went in there with Dr. Lombardi.
Kathleen came to me, I guess, I want to say 8 months ago or something like that. She had a very difficult case, and I told her we could do it, and then she had a problem. She was working a little bit, so she didn't want to be without her teeth.
I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would. That was the only place I could go.
It's extremely scary. You know, when he was a year old and he had his first one, it's just this little itty bitty baby, and he's turning blue and he's convulsing, and just seeing your little baby not being able to breathe and, you know, going through all of that, it was just one of the scariest things I think I've ever gone through.
Not only did she take care of his physical needs, she also was so concerned about both of our mental needs.
How do we best support Marion? Because her role went from being a wife and a partner to a full-time caregiver. And that is a major life change as well. When you move from being a wife, and it really, I get choked up when I think about that. What would I do if my husband, who was such an integral part of my life as a partner, was suddenly a person that I was just in the position of being a caregiver for.
I called her, told her she needed to be seen at the hospital.
Hey, we got some concerning results. We need you to come in right now.
Stages of this illness can lead to fetal compromise.
I don't know what the Colorado community would really be without Peak Vista.
Doesn't matter if these are low-income people. It just does not matter to him. It doesn't matter because you're poor or whatever your plight in life is.
Treated with dignity, treated with value, treated with joy, treated with care.
But I told her it's going to be a long-term process in doing it, and we finally did, and she's very happy, and she gave me one of those hugs too when I finished her case. So.
When you get to know patients, when you develop a relationship with patients, over time, it's not just a list of diagnoses, but it's how do we get them on their best journey towards health.
The type of seizures he has put him down for a couple of days. They make him really tired, and they make every muscle in his body sore. They give him really bad headaches. So we couldn't get him in to see his neurologist until October. So we're sitting here in about June, and he's completely out of his anti-seizure medication. I was able to get him into a doctor here immediately, as soon as I told her what the problem was, she said, okay, well, I'll refill his medications until you can get him in.
And if people didn't care, like Lori and Dr. Lombardi, I wouldn't have found out about any of this.
We get those patients that sometimes are overlooked or get lost in the shuffle. And those are the patients that I particularly care the most about, because I don't like people to get overlooked.
I wouldn't be the same person I am if I didn't have Grace, right? I knew her, I loved her, I felt her. I don't even know who I'd be if I didn't have that, or my other daughter. I lost my mom way too young as well, and so I can't even imagine what her life would be like if she didn't have her mom, right?
Sometimes I just feel like I'm the only one, but when I actually think about it, I'm thinking about the other kids that have to go through it. And I wanted to thank the donors that help the kids that go through these things.
My son, he gets the care that he needs, and there's other kids out there that get the care that they need. I mean, my nephew goes here, and he's autistic, and he gets the help that he needs.
With the right therapy, which is what Patricia's given us, I feel very positive about the future.
I'm just so grateful. I just thank you.